So the first thing I want to talk about was, um, my CPA exam and my first test. Obviously, I'm taking FAR, which is the financial accounting portion. Um, apparently that's the hardest one, but for me it's the easiest because I'm an accounting nerd, and I enjoy accounting, and for me it's a lot of it is just the detail, you know the minutia and the details and the tricky little multiple choice questions that this exam is going to give. Um, I'm using Ninja. I was using Becker, but Becker became too expensive. I mean, I have all the Becker books here. This is obviously the regulation right here, and then I got I think this is the old version of this book. Obviously, this isn't the 2024 version. This is the 2020 version I got a while back. I like to review these books in conjunction with Ninja, because it's just extra review, honestly. Um, and so yeah, I mean, I've been studying for the past 3 months, and I just currently got out of the accounting field for a little bit. I mean, obviously, I ran my own firm. I co-founded a accounting firm, a small business accounting firm, and I mean, I ran that for about 3.5 years. I think almost going on 4 years with a business partner, and that was I had the opportunity to do that prior to CPA, so that was a really good experience. And, doing the full spectrum of accounting, audit, tax and accounting, and that was a real cool experience to have prior CPA. And so obviously, I think the biggest thing with that was, explaining accounting to, small business owners and medium-sized business owners. That was very, very difficult to do because, we are accountants. Um, so the perception is so bad. A lot of it's not. A lot of accounting firms, smaller accounting firms, they kind of run it like the one stop. You see them once a year, and that's about it, man. You really don't really work with accountants year round, like they're supposed to. So that's one of the biggest challenges, that and you know but I'm currently now working in a sales and operations job right now, at Gray Bar. I'm. It's for sure. It's the other way around, right? It's not. You're not behind the numbers, crunching numbers and stuff like that. Obviously, you're out in front of talking to people and physically touching inventory and learning the products that you have to sell to customers, and you kind of learning different people's personalities and ways to navigate that. Um, and obviously, uh, my end goal is to pretty much start a new firm that I want to start, and focus more um, on business advisory, helping businesses grow, and working on specifically businesses that are not doing so well. I really want to kind of focus my impact on that specific sector of the economy, or whatever you want to call it. But uh, um, yeah, man, I just wanted to create this channel to go over the daily grind, to go over entrepreneurial items and different stuff like that. I'm scrolling through YouTube, and you seeing a lot of people who are talking about personal finance, And you don't necessarily need to be an accountant to talk about personal finance. I think the biggest thing about personal finance is living and applying that on your day-to-day basis. And 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 shout out to Robert Edison. He focuses more on the poor man's guide to wealth building. I think that's very important. I'm going to talk about being an African American accountant. Some of that might pop up here and there. I mean, there's a lot of African American accountants, and I don't really think I'm anything different. But you know, um, I think we have a unique experience when it comes to you know how we present ourselves, how we talk to people, and stuff like that. Um, just in general, and this is not an accounting channel. I mean, obviously, it's going to go through basic accounting concepts for entrepreneurs, but a lot of it's just common sense, man. I think that if you are good in life, I think money management is going to take number one with that. You know, I live my life, very minimal. I don't really live a fancy life, man. Um, I hate the I'm just I live like an average guy life. Um, I think that the basics for me is building wealth from 0 to 100. So like I'm a big believer in that. Not starting from 50 to 100 or 60 to 100. I'm talking about 0 to 100 or 0 to 1. Starting a business from scratch and generating hard cash on that. And I think that's the most important. That's that's what I like. And I think I don't want to copy any of Robert Edison's material, but he has a lot of good material out there that I like. Hold up one second. My vinyl player is scratching real quick. But yeah, I mean, I'm from. I used to live in Jacksonville, Florida. I just moved to Dallas, Texas, right outside of Dallas, Texas. It's Abilene, Texas. It's rural America. Rural America, man. It's for sure different than Jacksonville. It's just less people. One, no traffic. B, and C, I can drive all over the city in 15 minutes. Versus Jacksonville, you have all this traffic and stop and go traffic, and you have, it rains every 5 days. It's just like, oh my God. But I love it out here, man. I don't plan on going anywhere else anytime soon. I think this is the perfect place to set up shop and build. If you're a commoner, I'm not necessarily big into I'm more big into wealth on the wealth side, instead of the rich side. I'm not really I'm not a flashy dude or nothing like that. That's just not how I am. I'm definitely sure more on the wealth side, the day-to-day maintenance, the building the businesses and stuff like that. And the plan after I get my CPA license is, I think I said this already, was to is to start another CPA firm that's more focused on businesses that are not doing so well and turnaround management and helping business owners in a crisis, and doing more of that, and a little bit of problem solving, helping clients solve problem pricing and how to pretty much generate more cash flow through their business. That's the main goal. But I'm relatively a young man. I'm 30. I'm not too old or too young, so So yeah, I think I started this YouTube channel mostly for again, this is more I'm not. It's more like thought provoking stuff. Like learning. Either if it's learning or if it's creating a new business plan, implementing that business, what to do, how to do it, and how to build from 0 to 100 or 0 to 1. If it's 0 to 100,000, 0 to 1 million, and stuff like that. So this is for sure not going to necessarily be like your stereotypical accounting podcast or accounting channel where you see like mostly accounting channels. This is not going to necessarily be in an accounting channel. I mean, the accounting channels are fucking boring as hell for a regular person. I think for most people, accounting is fucking boring, and people talking about accounting is just fucking boring. I mean, I might give you some industry insight about the state of the profession or whatever. I mean, I might do that. I'm not 100% sure, but so yeah, man. I think I made a video a while back about Elizabeth Horn and some other stuff. I might spin some world news in there here and there, some shit I just might have found. I was at Starbucks the other day studying for my CPA exam, and I came across this fucking article right here. This shit is hilarious, man. Let me check this out real quick. So check this out right here, man. So this is what I got. This old man was fucking reading this shit, like right in front of me. I was like, this dude was chuckling, laughing his ass off, and then he left. I'm like, what the fuck is this dude laughing about, man? So after he left, after I got done studying, I just came by and I just got this. I got this news article by the New York Times, man. Check this out. So this is recruiters on Mexican college campuses. I'm not sure if you can see that. This is the cartels. Like, what the fuck? I think the New York Times, man, no one's fucking buying newspapers no more anyway. So obviously they need to come up with as much bullshit as they possibly can to sell these things. I mean, this is like some things straight out of like Breaking Bad, man. Check this out. They offer chemistry students big pay to make fentanyl. I mean, this is wild. This is for sure wild. This is for sure wild, man. I mean, I read the article. The article is hilarious, man. I mean, so right now they're pretty much New York Times is saying the cartel is pretty much. They offer students big pay to make fentanyl these days. So obviously, if you're a chemistry student and you try to make some side money, hit up the cartel. You could, you could probably make a couple $100,000 working with these guys. So I may talk about some of that stuff too, but the core function of what I'm talking about is my daily grind of the CPA exam, and entrepreneurship, business, personal finance, the poor man's guide to wealth, right? And giving a lot of free advice, man. I'm gonna be giving a lot of free advice from the accounting side, and what to do and what not to do. Even if it's stupid ass questions like filing your taxes or whatever, and keeping track of your transactions and all the bullshit accounting. I'm going to help you guys with that. Giving out a lot of free advice and accounting instruction. And so that's it.